games don't come much bigger than this next one away from home against Anfield for us in this save, in the situation we are in right now. We're currently embroiled in a title fight. One with Liverpool, one with Manchester City, and at present, one with Wolverhampton Wanderers as well, as they're 3 points behind us, as we're 2 points behind Liverpool. Wolves, as we found out when we played them recently, are a very capable side and shouldn't be written out of this title fight. We face them again today. We've also West Ham, same colours, wrong club. Aston Villa at home and Fulham away today as well over the busy Christmas period. Obviously, yesterday was indifferent, looking to build on the Leicester game and hopefully carry that forward throughout the episode rather than get stuck on the back foot as we did in the game against Barcelona, and we just couldn't quite finish Arsenal off. But we need to find some form, and we need to find it quickly because the very next game could decide the way that the season goes. Avoiding defeat is crucial. Winning not necessarily an absolute must, but we cannot afford to lose to Liverpool. If we do, then we need to regain some form sharpish. Villa and Fulham could very well be sides that we could do well against. But the trickery of that Wolves fixture really throws things into question, and they were particularly difficult to play against recently. We obviously drew 2-2 against them, coming back from a 2-0 deficit. So we know we can score against them. We just need to keep them out. But we need to keep Liverpool out too. Time to put in some very big defensive individual performances. As such, I am going to take Mulholland out and go for the more defensive Firmino Diaz. You can see his physicals. Just double check that you can actually see that. You cannot. You can see his physicals are much better. And he's quicker off the mark too. He might not be quite as creative as Mulholland, but absolutely he can make the difference for us defensively. So I'm going to look to him to do exactly that. The same sort of role that Fabinho is going to do for Liverpool. You can see their starting lineup in front of you. Jota central, Boadu out wide on this occasion. Harvey Elliott on the other side. Miguel Merino, Renato Sanchez and Fabinho. Then Pongracic, Trent, Bastonian and Dicker with Alisson in goal. That side is top of the table, but our side is second and right on their heels. So let's go and do something, shall we? Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on this or what comes next, the future of which has been decided as per a Twitter poll, rather one-sided Twitter poll as well. And I'll let you know what that is at a later date. Right, let's get the job done, shall we? Over the top, looking for the man out wide. Oof, terrible pass from Van der Valk. Thankfully, the defence are awake enough to deal with it. Get onto it. Right, Trent isn't rapid. That's one thing we do know. He's not the quickest of fullbacks. And they do have the best defence in the league. But we have the best goal-scoring record in the league. And it's us that's coming out on top in these early stages. Let's keep that going. Fabinho intercepted. That's poor. Oh, and so is that. Samar. We had them on the back foot there. They were going the wrong way, and we had numbers forward too. That's really frustrating. Samar needs to be better. Lucas, don't even know what happened there. Initially, he passed to himself, and then I still couldn't find the man that I wanted to on the breakaway, on the overlap. Here's Renato Sanchez as Liverpool try and prey on my mistakes now at the other end, as they were making some of their own. Here is Trent. One thing we can rely upon is him getting forward and leaving space in behind. We just need to exploit it if we can. We were able to a moment ago. We'll try and do it as many times as we possibly can. That is particularly well worked. And away, please, Nagy. Thank you. They'll keep it in play here with Harvey Elliott, and he'll deliver a good ball into the middle that Fabinho Diaz deals with. That's not a foul. They've just stood there, and he's run into me. Trent with the chance to be creator again. Oh, such a disgustingly good ball into the box. Tudor, deny them the corner, please. Thank you, pal. Right. Well, Trent's not there because he was taking the free kick, but Dicker's across. He's really strong and powerful defender. Diogo Jota, give me that. Thank you. Hefte forward. And Dicker out of position now because of Trent still being further forward, meaning that they are short on numbers at the back now. Now, if Samar can get on the end of that, it could have been 2. End to end this first half. And we're trying to end their domination at the top of the table. So far, we're doing okay. But okay isn't going to be good enough for the full season, even if okay is good enough on the day. But it's a start. Down into Van der Voort, caught in possession. But it has opened up a little bit for Nagy here. Look at Salem looking to get in behind. And their defensive line, I think, might have just stood up there trying to play an offside trap. That's not going to work. Lucas! I swear I've aimed that across goal. And he's gone for near post. Oh, Alisson, the quickness of feet to get across there. I was trying to aim where the camera was. I felt I was aiming where the camera was. Evidently, I did not. Keeper's going to come and get that as well. Van der Voort could nod this down, though. I wanted to find Hefte with it, and he went towards Jenkins, which was too close to the defender. And now here come Liverpool on the counter. Firmino Diaz is quicker than Brendan Mulholland, but is he going to be quick enough to get to Harvey Elliott? The answer is yes, and he slowed him up well. This has been a hell of an end-to-end entertaining first half that so far has only yielded one goal. Harvey Elliott. Oh, come on. 5 minutes to go in this first half. Keep them out. Keep them out. Wolves take the lead against Fulham. An important 3 points for them potentially on the way as they try and close down the top three to ensure they're still part of this title picture. Get out! Well done, Rodri Pumphrey. Win that header. Bollocks. Pongracic, I know nothing of him. Here's Fabinho into Diogo Jota, back to Pongracic, who's absolutely massive, by the way, for a fullback. Don't know whether he's a real-life player or a youth academy player. We've stolen that away here. Now, we do like a cheeky late goal recently, and we're going to have another opportunity to get one here. I'll lay this inside. Come on, Samar. Come on, Samar. There we go. Their defensive line is so high. You saw as I broke through, they almost stepped, and I just had the half to myself. They're making it easy for me here, Liverpool. That's 2-0. Pongracic into Mikel Merino. They are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but they've not utilised it properly. I don't recall Vermeulen actually making a save. They've had a corner or two, I think. But I don't recall Vermeulen actually having to make a save. And again, watch their defence step here. See, Ndicka just holds that line. He doesn't, like, the striker wants to run in behind, but Ndicka just stays there. But it's positioned so poorly that one through ball, and he's on his heels as well, positioned so poorly that one through ball whilst he's on his heels like that, and we're just in behind. They're not defending very well at all here, Liverpool. Somehow they have the best defensive record in the league. I have absolutely no idea how on today's evidence, because it's been particularly straightforward to get in behind them. Unless other teams don't push the way that we do offensively. Van der Voort. Hefte. 3. We are going back top of the Premier League table. Out to Boadu again. Just so dead on stamina. You can see bottom leftlet. It's got nothing left. Pongracic. Again. Another example of just poor tactical setup from one of the big teams. It's really just City and Liverpool that struggle from this. When they play that super high-tempo pressing game. That if you can deal with it, which obviously playing a lot of FIFA you learn to, you could just brush them off. Just brush them off, especially when they start tired like they did today. Vermeulen makes the save to deny them a way back into the game. Jurgen Klopp's furious, but if you set your team up better, pal, and actually started players that were fully fit rather than asking tired players to still play a ridiculously high-tempo pressing game that they just don't have the stamina to do, then maybe you won't find yourself 3-0 down against your title rivals, eh? Mikel Merino back to Herrera. And they're trying to use their substitutions here, but that still didn't work either. We've gotten away from Herrera. And look at Solon, just comfortably able to get away from Ndicka. And Hefte has the option to square it again, and Ball will make it 4. Far too easy, Liverpool. Far too easy. Trent down the line to Mo. It's come off the bench here for them, Salah. Maybe they'll... Rue not starting in. Wolves 2-0 up now against Fulham, so it was important that we got a positive result here, whether it were a draw or not. See, the press comes and works this time, but there's an offside in there. It's just not going Liverpool's way today, is it? We've had games like that where it goes against me. On this occasion, it's going for me. See, just Salim, if I'd have found the pass, Salim was literally on his own and through. Get there, Hefte. He's gotten it off Herrera. Even the substitutions can't do the job for Liverpool. That press, tireless until they run out of stamina, and then easy to get around. Ah, it's a poor cross. That'll be game though. A 4-0 win away from home against the title rival. It doesn't get much better than that. But it could get a little better if we're able to keep that form going and pick up more points. And if they start to go on a little bit of a dodgy run, then maybe we could open that gap at the top from 1 to more. Decided I'm going to sim the home game against Aston Villa. When we played Fulham earlier in the season, they were actually extremely good against us. So I'm hesitant to sim that game because I know that they're decent. We haven't played Villa yet this season. Unfortunately, we didn't get the win, but you can see how we performed in the game there and did quite well. Liverpool, don't know how they did on that particular match day. They lost again. 3-1 to Everton, who are now in the title fight. As are Manchester City still, as are Wolves still. Spurs on the fringes. 7 points isn't the furthest gap. We've certainly been able to close gaps of a similar number ourselves in the history of my FIFA content. 11 wins, 5 draws, 3 defeats so far, and Liverpool have just picked up 2 back-to-backs. So shame we couldn't win against Aston Villa, but I'd absolutely rather win this game against Wolves. We asked the question last time we played them, how are they that good? Roman Burki, Nelson Semedo, Maguire, Sarr, Tanganga, Giles. Ike Muniain alongside VR this time. Gonzalo Plata, DCL and Neto. Some changes to that team from the one we played last time. Mattison's not playing. Belotti's on the bench again though. I can't help but feel that this team actually should be slightly easier to beat. It was Calvin Phillips that was alongside their midfield last time in place of Ike Muniain. Now Muniain is obviously a fantastic attack-minded player, but they certainly won't have the defensive solidity without a defence-minded player in there, because VR is also kind of a creative playmaker-style player. I don't know as he has the best defensive stats. So if we can just bypass their midfield altogether, then we could have a bit of a field day here. They might. I'm surprised they changed the way that they lined up after how well they played with the previous lineup against us. Surprised to see them line up a different way. I've made a couple of changes as well. Firmino Diaz gets the start again after performing well against Liverpool. Vermaelen never out of my starting lineup though. And you can tell exactly why. Plata short to Muniain. Maybe players like Calvin Phillips suspended or injured or something. I'm not sure. I'm surprised to see them not start him again though. Tudor out wide to Gonzalez. Matias Gonzalez, also another name back in the starting lineup. Oh no, I was supposed to go to Tudor, and it could have been an early goal for us here as it was at, I was going to say Wimbledon, as it was at Anfield. Wimbledon? Oh, what a shite throw, Matthias. Why on earth am I playing you again? Tell me. Can't pass, can't shoot from the penalty spot as we found out yesterday, and now can't throw the ball where I want it to go either. Great. Some Messi regen he's turned out to be. Nice touch by ball. Maybe we can still do something against Wolves here. I've gotten very, very, very lucky. But we'll make the most of it. Barrow 1, Wolves 0. Hefty. I love that. Thanks, DCL. Hooky. Firmino Diaz swept out wide to Gonzalez. You can see Hefte pointing where he wanted it. Can we find Tudor? We can. Can we find Salim onside? Yes. Can he find a finish? Very nearly. Roman Burki is an excellent goalkeeper and he dealt well with that. Samar was pushed a little bit further wide than I would have liked him to be. Humphrey got a good head on that, but Giles is in the way. Hefte gets ahead to that, but I mean, he's just kicked it or headed it straight to Tanganga. Well done, Matthias. Maybe I should play him at right back rather than right wing. Oh, Damian, that's an excellent turn and finish it. Good lad. Let's go. 2-0. Although it was 2-0 the other way round last time and it still ended in a draw. So I won't write Wolves off yet, but I think that might be a win for us. A decent block on it, but still can't get rid of it. Muniain Got runners everywhere here, one including Gonzalo Plata. Lovely turn. That's going to be an excellent goal. I said don't write Wolves off. And they've written themselves back into it. Ike Muniain, captain for the day it seems, pulls the team back through. Well, got the nod ahead of Calvin Phillips. Phillips scored last time. Muniain scores this time. This one's not over yet. Plata to Calvert-Lewin. Muniain or just evades the man in front of him, but thankfully we get to it. Samar could send Matias Gonzalez through, who could send... Oh, get there! No! Ref! Oh, I thought for a minute we were going to get a pen. The whistle goes for half-time. Another very entertaining and end-to-end game, but Wolves are defending better than Liverpool did and attacking better than Liverpool did. So far, they feel like the tougher test, even though they're slightly further behind. And they'll be falling further behind still if I have anything to say about it in the next 45 minutes. A 2-1 scoreline is good enough for me right now, and I'll take that at the full 92. West Brom have equalised against City. It seems, even if it's not us taking points off our championship rivals, it's other teams as well. West Brom drawing with City now. Everton beating Liverpool. Everything's falling our way at the moment. Starting to feel like our season, isn't it? That was meant for Salim. Hefte, can't get it to Matias, but he'll find Nagy. Get it back to Matias Gonzalez again. He is left-footed, you know. Oh, that was very nearly Messi-esque, wasn't it? Let's see what we can do from the corner then. Ball whips. Pumphrey's there, but Plata heads. Keep it in. Not exactly how I envisaged him keeping it in, but keep it in he did. I'll give him his dues. Controlling it on the back of his head. Oh, fuck it. I'll leave that in just for the comedy value. Giles back to Neto again. Oh, he's done me there. Pedro Neto's absolutely done me. Oh, it's a lovely ball through. Revenge, I think is the word. The home side led 2-0 and were pegged back at Molineux. The home side led 2-0 have been pegged back at Barrow Boy Lane. Difference being, there's more time left in this one, I think, to try and find a fifth goal for the game. And even though they're the ones in the ascendancy, I hope it's us. I'm going to try my damnedest to make sure that it's us that score that fifth goal. Sorry, Matthias, you've not quite been good enough here. I'm going to bring Van der Voort off the bench. And Fabinho Diaz has been decent. There's no need for me to bring Mar Holland on. Right, let's crack on. Neto to deliver. That will be easily cleared, but only as far as Lang Sa and VR. No, everybody in the way, please. Throw bodies at it. Fulham have equalised against Everton, who themselves are trying to get them into the title picture. Seems everybody wants to drop points. Come on, Damian, please. Damian! Oh, nudge from behind just as I'm pulling the trigger. I tried to settle myself to ensure I got it right in the corner. And then I got that little nudge. Get there, Samar. Well done. Go again, Samar. He has done well. Hefte. Oh, he's offside. Oh, come on. Please, 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 please. No! I hate Roman Burke! It's going to be 2-2 against Wolves again. Oh, I thought that was the moment. Thought it was the 100th goal milestone moment with a last-minute winner all over again for Lucas Bull, but it wasn't to be. Oh, I just couldn't quite get there in time. Fair play, Wolves. They played me at my own game, and they came from 2-0 down to get a point. Liverpool win 4-2 against Watford. I think that's us second on goal difference again. Because of our big win against Liverpool, goal difference has swung in our favour. We got a +4, they got a -4 for that game. We're top on goal difference. Title fight though, isn't it? 39, 39, 37, 36, 35, 34. Bloody hell. 5 points separating the top 6 teams. Right then, Fulham, please don't do what you did to me last time by playing really well. We did get a late winner there. I'd like it to be a bit more straightforward this time, if you don't mind. To Craven Cottage we go. This is the team. Lars Sonur in goal. Kenny Tete, Terence Congolo, Habib Sabali and Anthony Robinson. Lucas Costa, Matteo Pessina, Jesus Corona, Calvin Phillips at Fulham now. I swear Calvin Phillips was at Wolves. Okay, I must be mistaken. I could have it must have been Fulham where he scored against me. in a game, because it's not January or anything. I could have sworn Calvin Phillips was on the score sheet against Wolves. Lucas Costa, the man himself, playing against his former team for the first time. I think this is only the first time in a played game, at least, we've come up against a former player. We have, on occasion, had a simulated game against a former player. We had a game in the Cup recently where Chisholm was on the team sheet for an opponent. I think it might have been Barnsley, maybe? I can't quite recall. But for the first, I'm pretty sure this is the first time we've actually physically played against a former player, especially one that is, or was, as big a part of our side as Kenny Tedder can't get there, as Lucas Costa was. Bull couldn't do it in the last few minutes against Wolves. No mistake against Fulham. 1-0 early doors. Thank you. Sabali with a free kick. Oh, okay. Oh, hello. I expected him just to nod that down with his head there, Calvin Phillips, and he's taken a really fancy touch. It's not worked out for his team. Salim. Come on, Samar. You need a goal. I need you to score a goal. Score a goal. Praise be to the footballing gods. Samar Salim's on the score sheet again. 2-0. Strong header. Strong header, Mr. Jenkins. Damian on that 5-star weak foot. Quick feet work. Quickness of feet and quick footwork of their goalkeeper there. Salim just lays that to Hefte. Back to Salim. We'll try an early shot. Just had the sting taken out of it by a touch from the defender. We'll lead 2-0 at half-time. But, as we saw in the last game, and even the last game against Fulham as well, you can't really write this team off. So I'm not going to. Oh, look, if I could have squeezed that through to Van der Voort for a third, I might have written them off. Tudor, there's still time. Come on then. Come on then. Come on then. Oh, maybe from the corner. Larsener with a save. She's very happy about. Come on, Pumphrey. Oh, get to this, get to this, get to this. Take a touch. Hefte is sat up beautifully to put it in the stands. Quickly into Salim. I see Bull on the outside. Dart back in. Oh, and try and whip it was what I wanted to do. Lucas Costa trying to work hard in the middle, but I'll be honest, he's been pretty invisible in this game. Unless I hadn't, or if I hadn't seen him on the starting lineup sheet, I wouldn't have known he was playing in this game. Fulham certainly know that Samar Salim's playing in this game now. That was a lovely finish. Have we got our old goal scorer back? Potentially. That's 3-0, 2 for him. And I will write them off now. Game done. Tudor to Hefte. Come on, Samar, let's get you a hat-trick, shall we? Don't tell me he's now going to bang in a third for himself. He probably scored more recently than my mind remembers. But I haven't felt like Salim has been his old self so far in the past 2 to 4 episodes. He certainly turned up at Craven Cottage, though. That's a hat-trick. The ball into Balikwisha. He's delaying on it, and all of his teammates committed forward to try and give the centre-back some help. Or the forward, sorry, some help. Samar Salim. Oh, don't! No! Samar! Please! He's got a family! Oh, he's destroyed him! He's absolutely destroyed him! Have mercy, Samar! Oh, I don't think I've ever done that before. Not to an AI player. Oh, Samar Salim! Ooh-wee! 5-0. He scored 4. 3 minutes towards the end of the game, they just took Jesus Corona off and they've replaced him on the right-hand side with Perez. Doesn't necessarily narrow that down, I'm afraid. There are a lot of Perez's. It's a very common surname. Tudor to Bull, to Samar, to Tudor, through to Hefte, who's onside, I think. He is! 6 of the best! They've made them pay. 6. Biggest win of the season. 6-0 at Craven Cottage. It was a very tight, very tough game at Barrowboy Lane against Fulham, where we won just by a narrow 3-2. Bit more of a gap between the two sides in this fixture. They get a late free kick that Pacina will loft in, and we will deal with. That's gone better than I expected it to. I will be completely honest. Much better than I expected it to. That's going to give our goal difference a massive and very welcome boost. We were just top of the table by, what, a single goal? 16 to 15? But now we're going to be top by more than that. Hopefully Liverpool have dropped more points. But I don't know how realistic that hope might be. No, they haven't. They've won their last game in December. But our goal difference is 5 better than theirs now. Who was it against? They lost 3-1 to Everton. Won 4-2 against Watford, as we saw earlier. Who did they win against on the last match day? 2-0 against Burnley. Everton still 3 points behind. City still 4 points behind. Wolves and Spurs and Manchester United kind of falling by the wayside. And hopefully, as more time passes, more will fall by the wayside. That will be it for us today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. The January transfer window on its way tomorrow. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. I think that Samar Salem goal deserves one, I think. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.